So let's be honest here. I think a lot of us had a very high expectation when it comes to Monday Night Raw, especially when Monday Night Raw is the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. A lot of you dorks will call it Raw after Mania. And boy, oh boy, WWE sure knows how to fuck up a Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Usually this is the Raw where, oh my god, all the fans from all over the world are in one building for 2 more days or so. Again, everyone that went to WrestleMania and all that stuff are in this building, sorta. Not everyone, but you get the idea. And everyone's just a rabid fan base where everyone who gets booed gets cheered, and everyone who gets cheered gets normally booed. And they do the wave and the beach balls and hijack the show. Granted, it hasn't been the same, Raw after Mania since 2013, but to each their own. Ladies and gentlemen, it is I again. It's Steve. I'm back at it again with a new video / stream, however you want to call it. This is your Monday Night Raw review for April the 8th, 2019. As always, I am Steve, and I'm back in my home, like I said early today. It feels so good to be back home after being gone for a couple of days. As you guys we're aware already, I did go to WrestleMania. I did take part of WrestleMania weekend. Early today when I came back home, I did a live stream of my WrestleMania 35 review. It's already up in the archives of this channel, so if you have not checked that out yet, whenever you get a chance, go give it a look. See my thoughts on what was WrestleMania 35, aka Dork Mania. But as always, guys, give me your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new to the channel and all that fun stuff, my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. And I'm just gonna say it. This Raw, for it being a Raw after Mania, felt like a complete letdown. And don't tell me, oh, but Steve, Taker came back. It was a good show. Nah, it was not really a good show. That was, in my opinion, a poor excuse of a Raw after Mania. It's my honest opinion. And there's still one more show in that building at the Barclays Center tomorrow with SmackDown Live. And I guarantee for all the dorks that did WrestleMania weekend, like myself, and did the travel package and are doing all the shows, you are tired, you are exhausted, you just cannot wait to go back home. Trust me, I know. I've done 3 WrestleManias already, so I know how this feels. Anyway, guys, if your thoughts on the show, if you liked the show, if you hated the show, drop me a comment down below, and I'll read them and all that fun stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. So this show kicked off with Seth Rollins, who's the new Universal Champion. He comes out, talks about how he beat Brock Lesnar, how Brock gave him a beating, but he got up. He got up and he kept fighting until eventually he beat Brock. Talked about how Brock is on his way to Las Vegas, and hopefully he stays in Las Vegas, because now Rollins is the new reigning and defending undisputed fighting champion, to which he gets interrupted by The New Day and Kofi Kingston. And the crowd start chanting, Kofi, Kofi, Kofi. You kind of get the idea. And Kofi basically is out there just to do one thing. And he talks about how Becky Lynch last night won in the winner-take-all match. So how about, hey, he won the WWE title last night from Daniel Bryan, and Rollins won the Universal title from Brock Lesnar. Why not they do a winner-take-all match for both the Universal and WWE title? And then Rollins just accepts the challenge, and that's basically your main event. So you think, and again, let's be real about it though. Let's keep it 100. If you really thought that they were going to have someone walk out with 2 belts 2 nights in a row, nah, bruh, that wasn't happening. I knew that going into that match when it was announced. Yes, it's good on paper, all the fuck you want, but let's just keep it real here. It's not happening. You're not going to have Rollins or Kofi walk out with 2 belts. Granted, let's assume for a minute that they did. Can you imagine if Rollins would have won? Everyone would have been erupted just because, oh my god, Kofi got robbed again or some shit like that. Or do you have Kofi win and have, hey, both belts, a double celebration. But think about this too, right? They announced today during Raw, during commercials, that on SmackDown, Kofi was going to have a celebration. So that kind of told you, like, yeah, don't expect the title to change hands or shit like that. We didn't get the first match of the night. We get the first match, a tag team title rematch from last night's WrestleMania between Hawkins and Ryder versus the Revival. And when I heard about this, again, I was not able to watch the kickoff show live like everyone else. I wasn't able to see Curt Hawkins and his losing streak because I was having, again, issues getting into MetLife Stadium, right? So there's a rematch, and I'm like, you know what? I did say in the review hours before Raw, hey, you know, if they won at Mania, then that means they're dropping the belts on Raw. And that's what I expected. The match itself, it was there. Nothing to go crazy for. The ending was when, I guess, Curt Hawkins did like a blind tag or something. And I guess what happened was both members of the Revival, they hit like the shatter machine or something on Zack Ryder, assuming he's the legal man. And he wasn't. And then Hawkins just rolled up, I think it was Dash Wilder, for the 1-2-3. So Curt Hawkins is now on a winning streak. Oh my God, 2 wins in a row. They're still tag team champions. It's only a matter of time. It's only a fucking matter of time until they drop the titles. Baron Corbin then showed up, and he gloated about how he defeated Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, and how, you know, hey, people complain about it, and they bitch, and they moan, but hey, Angle chose him at the end of the day. And people were calling him asshole, this and that, and he loved it. He loved it. And here's the thing, and I said this in my review of WrestleMania 35, Dork Mania, by the way. Which, by the way, again, if you've not checked that out yet, it's up in the archives of this channel. My WrestleMania 35 review. Dork Mania. Go give it a listen whenever you get a chance. So, Angle comes out. And Angle wishes him good luck. Not wishes him luck, but bad luck. And then hit him with the Angle Slam, locked in the ankle lock. And then out came Lars Sullivan, who debuted and attacked Kurt Angle, hit him with the freak accident. So, I guess you can say there's your NXT call-up, if you will, but not really, because Lars Sullivan was supposed to come up months ago, but he had like a panic attack, since why he didn't show up at all. And even that, like, listen, I said on my WrestleMania review that, oh my God, you know, with Angle, the way they sent them off was so terrible that tonight on Raw, they should have gave him a proper send-off, like they did Flair years ago in 2008, or something in that regard. But no, instead, let him get his ass kicked by fucking Lars Sullivan. Now, I do think Angle will show up next week. I don't want to see him wrestling anymore. Maybe he can be there as in a manager role. I would love to see that. Or, you know what, get a job backstage or work behind the scenes or something like that. Or, you know what, be a trainer of some sort at the Performance Center. I think that's what Angle would really, really benefit a lot. But hey, it's my honest opinion. But here you go. We got a debut of Lars Sullivan. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he brings. Honestly, if once Roman gets the belt back, I'm calling it now. Somewhere down the road is Roman Reigns versus Lars Sullivan, where Roman goes over, brother. Just saying. Random channel. Hello, Dominican Republic. Lil Nas X, and shout out to the bar. This show is fucking awful. I can agree. This show is atrocious, in my honest opinion. We then had Alexa Bliss, who talked about how Bayley and Sasha, I guess, dropped the ball, and she wants them to both pay. So she called out an open challenge, issued an open challenge to either both Sasha or Bayley. Out came Bayley. They had the match that I just didn't care for. I've seen them wrestle already numerous times, and honestly, I can give two shits. And Alexa Bliss won after hitting a DDT. There was that. We had the celebration of Becky Lynch, who is now the champ. She went out there with both titles. She came out all silly. People were chanting, Becky, you deserve it, this and that. She's cutting, again, this heartfelt promo, how, you know, she beat all the odds again, and how she beat Ronnie, she beat Charlotte again, and all that. But she's pretty sure that they'll give Charlotte Flair the women's tag team title just to make her feel better, and Ronda's not even there. Apparently, Ronda broke her hand punching Becky Lynch. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but hey, it is what it is. After all, they did hear they're going to write off Ronda Rousey, and they did. I don't know to how long, but hey, time will only tell. And she's speaking and all this, and as she's leaving, she gets interrupted by Lacey Evans. Lacey fucking Evans. You know how this usually goes, right? She walks down the ramp, walks her way back up, and I guess when she's walking down, she looked at Becky and looked at the titles. And she proceeds to walk and then punches her with the women's right, to which Becky falls, gets back up, and attacks Lacey Evans. And they're both going at it. What I've noticed in this whole exchange is, oh my God, Lacey's biceps look big. They look huge. Now, granted, she looks bigger than Becky in some way. So I don't want to say that's the next program, but it might just well be the next program for something to do. Again, this is how I feel, okay? They had Becky have her moment at Mania. Great. But it's like they didn't think long term. Okay, where do you go from here? Then what? You know, and I guess now Lacey Evans is something for her. I guess it's something for Becky to do till they come up with a long-term plan. Again, it's something different. It's someone new. I'm fine with that too. Because again, the last thing you really want to do as well is, let's say, do Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the fuck of just doing it, or any other woman on the roster, or more importantly, god damn it, fucking Dana Brooke. Apparently, Dana Brooke cut a promo backstage. She was being interviewed. She talked about how that Ronda's no longer champion, that she's no longer in the back of the line, she's still in the mix, and that only time will tell when she gets her moment to become the women's champion. And this is where I laugh, because, like, bruh, who are you even talking to? I feel like she was talking to herself. That's the vibe I got. And I'm like, just let it go, bro. Move on. Seriously. But there was that. We had a tag team match, again, an impromptu tag team match of Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. It's funny, too, because if they had their send-off, right, from NXT this past Friday at TakeOver New York, here they are on Raw, and they still have the NXT logos when they present their names and shit like that. I'm like, wait a minute. They're on the main roster now. Do you haven't decided which roster they're going to be in? I guarantee you next week when they do the Superstar Shakeup, they might announce something, but we'll see. But they had a match against Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. Before the match, Gable and Roode said in an interview that they wanted to get back on track and win by any means necessary. So they had the match. It was back and forth. Ricochet pinned Gable after a code breaker. Keep this in mind. Gable was going for his German suplex that he does from the corner, right? And Ricochet just countered into the code breaker. After the match, Bobby Roode attacked Ricochet from behind. So it's the heel turn. Granted, it's not the heel turn that people want from Bobby Roode. Granted, when you think of Bobby Roode being a heel, you think of his run in NXT, right? Granted, I don't think they're going to do that right now, but I think at the same time, it's a possibility. You could have someone for Rollins to work with until the time being, but that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But yeah, that was that. And then we get a spooky bird puppet vignette that literally popped out of a box, and people were saying it's Bray Wyatt because I had the Bray Wyatt laugh. I mean, it could possibly be that. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, it being Bray could definitely. I don't want to say it's gonna work on it, but again, it's him being back on TV, so I'm fine with that. But well, I don't know. I just don't fucking know. Again, I apologize if I sound like I'm tired and shit. Again, I just came back from WrestleMania weekend a couple hours ago, and I gotta be at work again literally at 4 a.m. So I gotta be up at 3, and I'm doing this Raw review right now. We were supposed to get after this. It was supposed to be Dean Ambrose's last match on Raw, and it never got started because it was supposed to be Ambrose and Bobby Lashley, but Lashley cut this pre-match promo saying that when Ambrose is gone, he'll take care of his wife. And for those of you who don't know, Dean Ambrose's wife is Renee Young. That's his wife. And that just ticked off Ambrose, and they brawled. And it looked like Ambrose was having most of the offense, most of this offense. He clears the announce table because why the fuck would he not, right? Until Lashley spears him and then pushes him through the announcer's table. To have Renee Young check up on him, whatever. And this is what I didn't like either. So you have Renee Young check up on her husband, like rightfully so. And then they go to commercial, she's not there, and then she just comes back like nothing fucking happened. That small attention to detail, it just came off so stupid, in my opinion. It just came off so fucking stupid. I don't know why, but I just feel like it did. I'm here. What up, Dark Middle School? How you doing? After this, we had Mojo Rawley, who's now talking to this broken fucking mirror. And he apparently now wearing some Bull Nakano face paint now. He talked about how WrestleMania was yesterday, but you weren't there. Where were you and shit? And it's like, where is this going to? Where is this gonna end up? That's what I really want to know. But whatever. We had Sami Zayn finally making his return after being gone for 10 months with an injury. And he asked for a match against anyone. And here's the thing. When I heard this, okay, anyone, maybe someone from NXT, an NXT call-up. Now, then again, you got to remember, the Superstar Shakeup is coming up next week on both Raw and SmackDown. And I get from what I've been hearing, it not only does it qualify for people that are on Raw and SmackDown, but also apparently for those that are in NXT UK, and I guess also 205 Live. So the idea of people thinking, oh, maybe it's Pete Dunne, or maybe someone like, I don't know, Matt Riddle, or someone like, I don't know, Adam Cole. Like, nah, it's not happening anytime soon. Nah, fams. It would have been cool, but nah. So out came Finn Balor. Again, now he's regular Finn Balor, no longer the demon, right? He's back to his wearing generic clothing and shit. And they have the match. And apparently, it became for the Intercontinental Championship. And honestly, by default, it was the best match on the show, per the dorks on the internet. Again, you need to have that match for all the dorks to get happy for it, right? So there you go. This was it. The work rate was on top of the roof, I tell you, brother. Oh, my goodness. And Balor dodged a Haluva kick and hit the coup de grace to retain his championship. But again, it was a back-and-forth match, so you can imagine all the near falls and shit like that. Zayn hit a crazy Blue Thunder Bomb, which I missed seeing, but that's just me, of course. And after the match, Zayn got on the mic and said that he realized that everyone missed him, but he didn't miss any of this or any of the fans. And then he cut a heated promo on how WWE is a toxic environment because of the fans, and called them out as critics and said he'd hold them accountable every single week. I mean, he's still a heel after all, so where do we go from here? Maybe another match for the Intercontinental title? I don't want to see it, to be honest. He already lost. But we'll see. I mean, now that Kevin Owens is on SmackDown, he's on Raw. Who's to say they end up next week on the same show? That'll be silly, but you kind of get the idea. We're supposed to get the Elias concert because apparently what happened on Mania, Cena got involved, and the Doctor of Thugonomics and shit like that. So they're allowing him to have another concert, right, at the Barclays Center. And they talked about how, again, the next person who interrupts him would be a dead man. And then out came the Undertaker. And listen, yes, Undertaker, he looks great, all the fuck you want. He, is in better shape than he was a year ago or so. He's moving all the fuck you want. But listen, it doesn't change the fact that he's still an old fuck. I'm sorry. It doesn't change the fact that he is still an old man in his 50s or so. Okay? That I guarantee you, if you have him wrestle, it's not going to be the same anymore. I honestly, again, it was cool to see him, all the fuck you want. He chokeslammed Elias. did a tombstone, whatever. But after that, I don't care anymore. I don't care. Maybe it's the fact that, you know what? I've seen this guy wrestle so many times already, and it's like I just have no desire. I know he's gonna wrestle in Saudi Arabia in I think in a month when they go back to Saudi Arabia. So I'm pretty sure it'll be probably Undertaker versus Elias. I think that makes sense. But again, I just have no desire to see Taker wrestle anymore. Yes, he looks in phenomenal shape. One thing I'll say that his hair has to go. I know I shouldn't be talking because I have long hair myself, but bruh, just let it go. I have thinner hair too, but damn, it doesn't look like that. I'll tell you that much right now. But that's just my take overall. Again, if you feel indifferent about it, then that's fine. If you think Taker being there was great, the highlight of the night, I guess so. But let's not sit here and act like all of a sudden people want to see him wrestle. No, that's not the case at all, people. We then had the winner take all. What was supposed to be the winner take all match between Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston for both title. What's up? How you doing, Sean? And if you guys, by the way, if you guys have questions for me and all that fun stuff, I'll answer them momentarily. All right, in the comment threads of the chat or what have you. All right. We're supposed to get this title for title match. Kofi's WWE title versus Seth's Universal title. And the match was going, what have you. And again, I knew that they were going to do something because, again, like I said earlier in this review, you're not going to have Kofi or Seth lose their belt one night after WrestleMania. It's not happening. And then, I'm expecting a run-in. Fine. I have no problem with the run-in. Okay? But give me someone new. Give me something different. Now, again, this is the thing, too. You can't expect the Undisputed Era. People are saying, oh, the Undisputed Era would have been great. But again, they're still part of NXT. And the Superstar Shakeup is coming next week in Montreal, Canada. So it's not like, okay, why have them debut now when there's a Superstar Shakeup that NXT talent and NXT UK talent, even the guys from 205 Live, are eligible to go to either Raw or SmackDown. So it made zero sense. So do I think that, hey, the bar really, did it make sense? No. But fuck, they needed two people there, so fuck it, why the hell not? Right? And it ended disqualification. And again, I didn't agree with it, though it was stupid. So then Seth decides to make, you know what? Fuck it. Let's have the Bar versus Kofi Kingston. And Seth Rollins. Keep this in mind, early in the show, Rollins said that he felt insulted that Kofi came to his show to challenge him for a title match. But that's fine. So they have the match. Okay? This is the moment where people were chanting bullshit. The fucking fans were chanting bullshit. Bullshit. Apparently they were even chanting for AEW. For whatever reason, they were chanting AEW. They were chanting that bullshit, beach ball. Apparently the beach ball came back. Oh my god, during the match. And what do you know? The champs win after Kofi hits A Trouble in Paradise, followed by the Rollins curb stomp to Cesaro for the 1-2-3. And now Monday Night Raw. And honestly, again, it just didn't feel special. It didn't feel like a Raw after WrestleMania. It totally felt like just a regular Monday Night Raw. And the sad part about it, it's Raw after Mania, but it didn't feel that way. And guess what? Tomorrow is SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. And then top that off, next week you're going to Montreal, which is in some way, shape, or form a dork city. It's a dork city in Canada, right? Where all the dork fan bases out there and shit. Now, when I mean dork is my way of saying the smart mark fans, okay? So don't take any offense when I say dorks, alright? So you have all the smarky, dorky fans out there too, right? It's a smarky town, Montreal, Canada, Bizarro World. Don't they usually call it Bizarro World, right? And then the week after that, it's back to mom and dad. And little Jimmy's going to the show. Back to the casual fan base. That's what it comes back to. So, to me, again, this was a letdown of a Monday Night Raw. A letdown of a Raw after WrestleMania. And I expected more. I expected better. I don't want to know. I mean, again, to me too, Steven. Let's see here. The AEW, LOL, the fan, it's CM Chance, boy, they cared about that match. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. D1 writes here, Bobby Lashley was the MVP of the night, destroyed Dean by tape, and he's taking Renee. I don't know about that, Dewan. WWE's trash now. We'll see about that. AEW about to fuck up WWE. I don't know yet, dude. The t-shirt company hasn't even had a first show yet, and no, All In is not really the first show. All In was funded by Ring of Honor. But that being said, guys, again, give me your thoughts in the comments below. Your thoughts on SmackDown Live. Did you enjoy the show or not? Like I said early in the day, I did record my WrestleMania 35 review. I'm calling it Dorkmania. It's up in the video archives of the channel. If you have not checked that out yet, go give it a listen. But I'm back home. It feels good to be back home after being gone for 4 days for WrestleMania weekend. There's so much stuff to get into, much content I'm going to put up on this channel. I'm also on a week vacation from my second job, so I'm going to have time to do some stuff here on the YouTube channel. I still have to upload parts 3 and part 4 of my WrestleMania weekend vlogs. I have already up on the archives part 1 and part 2 is already up on the channel. I have to also review G1 SuperKick, which I have not reviewed yet either, and so on and so forth. And tomorrow also SmackDown Live review. So again, guys, give me your thoughts on SmackDown Live tonight. If you liked the show by some miracle, if you hated the show, and all that fun stuff, drop your comments down below. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. You can also give me your thoughts on the show on Twitter at HeelSteven. Well, why the fuck not? And also, again, guys, let's keep those sub numbers up. We are on the road to 2K. I think right now we're at 18. I think 15 or 18, 1,815 or 16, one or the other. Let's just keep that going up. All right. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. All that fun stuff. And as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, I'm Steve, and I'll see you dorks next time. Peace out, mother flowers.